All right, we are back with a creation from Cold Steel. Now, the pen has nothing to do with this knife. However, this is the pen I use for taking all of my notes as I am measuring the knives and things like that. And it just so happens to match perfectly with this behemoth of a knife from, Crazy Lynn Thompson. This is the large Luzon, and it's interesting. Okay, this could be the perfect Halloween knife because of its colors, and it's a crazy size. I'm not even sure what to say about this thing. So this is a collaboration with Mike Wallace. They two collaborated to come together with this design. In reading about it, it talks about how it's an alternative for people that cannot carry a balisong, because balisongs, butterfly knives, if you will, are not legal in many locations, states, jurisdictions, what have you. So Lynn Thompson and Mike Wallace came up with this as an alternative to that. I must be missing something, but okay. So it is a liner lock. It has really good action. Honestly, I mean, now part of that action is because the blade, there's mass to this. So even with the lightest of flips, okay, maybe not the lightest, it's going to mostly open. And it works equally well with the thumb stud. Double thumb studs, so for you left-handers, you're not going to really be able to get into it because the way it's designed. So these are also the stop pins, but you do have options for us right-handers. Not really a finger twirl, but you can get up in there, no problem. You can grab it with two hands and really go after something if you need to, I suppose. It's an interesting knife. It does come in black scales with a satin blade, or the orange with the black. There may be other colors, I'm not sure. The scales are reminiscent and designed after a bamboo pole or a bamboo shaft. With its kind of concaves and its ridges here. It does feel very comfortable in the hand. This one is glass reinforced nylon or glass filled nylon, scales, backspacer, and clip. The clip is an interesting option as well. It does work fairly well. There is some spring to it, and it works fine in the pocket. I like the colorway. I think it's kind of a fun knife. The fact that the action is impeccable is great on a $35-ish knife. I have done videos on $600 and $700 knives from very reputable, makers, production, semi-custom, whatever you want to call them, that don't flip because they need to break in. This one just flips right out of the box. It also has this liner lock safety switch, if you will. So it is just a piece of material that moves forward inside of the handle. See if we can zoom in and see that a little better, actually. Let me get a flashlight here. So you can see this here. It goes into a hole. It's very skeletonized scales. Or liners are all very heavily skeletized. So when it's back in its back position, it rests in the hole. Move it forward, and it really just puts a block so that you cannot push the liner in. So it is a safety switch, if you will. It is very positive. It's not going to accidentally unlock. I don't know that it's necessary, but okay. I don't necessarily have a problem with it either. It is pretty well centered. It's a little bit off. I did tweak the pivot just a hair. I think I need to tweak it just another hair to get it all the way centered, but that's okay. So some specs about this thing, because you're wondering if you're still even here. 7 5/8 closed, 13.5. Just a hair over 13.5 in its fully open and locked position. It's crazy. 5.9 inch blade with a 5.89 inch cutting edge, 0.025 behind the edge. 8 CR13 MOV blade steel. Weighs in at 9.3 ounces. It's a handful. It's a pocketful for sure. Does it work in the pocket? Yes, it absolutely does. Is this something you're going to carry around on a daily basis? I'm going to think not. It is fairly sharp. There is no blade play. There's a little blade flex that could be construed as blade play, but no, there is none. It's just a little bit of flex because it is so long. I think it's cool. I'm not going to rush out and buy one because it's not necessarily my thing, but it is cool. Here it is with the Sharpie. I don't know. I need to get too gung-ho with size comparisons, but here's the Delica open, and the closed Luzon is bigger than the open Spyderco Delica. This will ultimately make its way down to New Zealand for us, for New Zealand Nick. Thank you for sending this in. It's very cool to check out, so thank you for that. All you people watching, if you've made it this far, comment Halloween down below. Have a fantastic day, and check out my Cold Steel playlist over here in the corner.